Guys,
Hello.
Tuesday?
Yeah, is it?
No, it's not Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Bank holiday weekend. But yeah, should be an exciting video. Shorter one this week, but you're going to be working on Current Pixels, getting that finished off for Friday, Lee. I'm going to be working on Hexseed on Xbox, which will be really fun. You're going to be finishing off
The Zoo
Voxels.
DLC with Voxels, yes. Should be nice.
Just a bit of a painting update. Me and Kim basically came in over the weekend a couple of times to paint this. I painted all this white. You can see where I gave up. I think I'm going to ask the guys to do this top bit because they're a lot taller than me. But yeah, all of this has been done 2 coats, and then Kim was painting along the skirting boards as well to make that all really nice. We've got this little box as well, which is to protect the gas meter, which is in the corner. We painted that as well. Apparently it's got like this little window which lines up perfectly with where you actually take the gas meter reading, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so we'll have to get that working and things like that. But yeah, it's looking good. I just need to get the shelf back on the wall and then get everything plugged in again.
So I spent today QA testing the rest of the 1980s pack for Current Pixels here. As you can see, I've done all for the last image here, and that's because this image here has some issues that I thought might need to get Jack to fix. As normally I would just go in and correct them myself, but I'll show you here. We have, this is the original, and the hand, again it's a bit pixelated because it's a small image, but the hand just looks a bit odd, and it's because the thumb is sort of like at the bottom here, it's the same shade and the rest of the hand, and the shape's a bit off. So yeah, I had a bit of a go, and then Jack fixed it. With the final version, where the thumb's behind the camera, the fingers have a bit more of a natural bend, there's some nails on the finger, and a bit of shading to the arm as well. So it looks a lot better. I'm going to get this image re-imported, get that last image tested, and then that'll be the book ready to go. Be doing the achievements and everything else tomorrow, hopefully, so stick around and we'll see that later on.
Okay, so a little bit of a networking update. We have this little thing, just a little Ethernet switch. That's basically just letting us plug into more hardwired connections into this thing. And yeah, so it kind of means that we need, basically the router had 4 ports available and we needed 6, I think, so it means that we can get all of our devices working. So we've got the PC here, more on that in a sec, and we've got the Xbox dev kit down there, as well as the 3 machines and the CCTV, which we've also been playing around with today. Yeah, so the CCTV has all been set up, so fingers crossed we're running low on cables actually, so we've got this like really long Ethernet cable that's just plugging into the floor. But anyway, yeah, it's all working. We've tried to get it syncing with Dropbox, but we think that might actually be a bad idea because it's gonna just fill up space, right? It's gonna fill up our Dropbox storage. So we've tried to get it working with, I think, with like the desktop app, haven't we? Yeah. We couldn't get it working, but we know it's a thing, and I know we can access it on my phone at least, so it should be good. I guess we'll just kind of just see how it's going. You see, it keeps highlighting Lee's shiny noggin. Okay, so today I've been working on basically getting that PC in the corner by the router working. So we're going to use it as our permanent build PC, which is something we've wanted to set up for a long time. Essentially just so that I can use my computer when we need to do a 2.5 hour build for Current Voxels. The other games do have like much faster build times, but like Voxels is the main problem right now. So yeah, essentially we're going to set up this PC, and I've set it up so that it can essentially like it falls asleep, and then I can wake it up through a command on this computer, and then I can remote in and get a build going. So that should save an awful lot of time in the future, fingers crossed. And yeah, at the moment I'm just basically just installing all of the files and stuff needed. So we need to get all of the Steam SDK stuff for loading in, as well as the Discord integration bot that I've got. And then we need to get all of the actual projects on there, and Unity as well. So there's an awful lot of downloading and installing to do. But it's cracking on. It's just a very slow PC. As you can see here, it's trying to extract some files here. It's going to take well over an hour to finish off, and it's been going at it for quite a while. But yeah, we'll get there eventually, and then fingers crossed, I won't have to worry about building on my PC anymore. Okay, so today, just a little task. basically the screenshot script that we've got for all of our assets for colouring voxels needed a bit of an update. One of the things that we found sort of like just when I was picking up some of the work when Lee was on holiday a couple of weeks ago, was that I just noticed that this asset for this sort of like it's the asset that you place at the top of an announcement post. So we always do it for the DLCs and things like that. It doesn't look very good just because it's getting cut off. So decided to work a bit on that today, and we'll come up with this. So we're basically stripped off the actual logo main bit and then just gone with the actual DLC name, just so it's like nice, bright and clear, and made sure that the sizing and stuff like that is a lot better. So yeah, just a few more options that we needed to add for this. So I've added this hide logo setting, which when it runs through the program, it hides the logo when it gets around to this type of button. And then a little bit of a scale as well, because the scaling wasn't quite right for this one. All of these are set for 0.5. I'm not sure why it's 0.5, but for this specific one we've gone for 0.8, just to basically make the text just a little bit like, so I guess more smaller in the actual scale of the image. Yeah, we press play on that and then it generates all of these files, which is really good.
Okay, so as you can see, the modelling for the Zoo DLC is pretty much done now. I've spent all morning sort of cutting everything out so I can make out each level. So you can see here, I've got the hippos here, I've got the elephant there. I've sort of tried to go for a more sort of cubic cutout. So you can see a lot of the texturing here is sort of made of little cubes here. I think also like the cutouts of the water is also cubic. So I've tried to make sure that when the levels are split out, they're also in like sort of like a cubic form. You can see here. I think it works pretty well for the actual world itself, like the art style of it. But yeah, I've now exported everything out. I'm currently working on the materials for Unity. Yeah, so I'm kind of going a bit more overboard on the materials this time, just because I think there's a lot of opportunity to do so. So you can see here, even in the ground, there's some slight size how do you say that word? Differentiation? Is that the word I'm looking for? It's slightly different, so there's some slightly raised surfaces here, just to make it look a bit more lively. And you can see, typically we've got the water as well, and we've got some lights, and I've even done the hair as well. The hair on the characters is a bit bigger. Overall, just adds a bit more flair and life to the world. So I'm going to continue going around and adding all these sort of little details, even in the other biomes, such as like the green grass and the dirt, or the hair and things like that. So it's going to take a little while, but I think I'm about 5 levels in, so hopefully I'll get it done in an hour or two, and then I can crack on with the VFX stuff, which should be good fun.
Good bit of progress this morning. I finished up the vlog, and as you can see here, I've just done the achievements for the 1980s DLC as well. They're all working, so that's the DLC good to go. Just need to quickly check the last build that's just come through. Shouldn't be any changes, so should be fine, but have a look at that. And then moving on to colouring voxels. Rob showed that he's updated the asset here, and this is it in the actual preview post as well. So I'm just preparing the actual announcement post for the Zoo DLC and the giveaway and that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's looking really good, looking much better than the previous one. Yeah, I'm just going to finish this up, get this announced across all the social medias, everything that we normally announce on, and then yeah, move on to whatever's next.
Yeah, so we've just had a delivery from basically a cafe in Gateshead. I literally can put a picture on the screen, please, because the name escapes me right now. But yeah, they're basically moving, so they've given us lots of racks and stuff like that, and we're going to use these for basically shelving for our little shop. So we've got like, they're not great, they're like, we kind of knew they weren't going to be great, but we're going to dress them up and things like that. And these are the boards that we'll sort of like put on the shelves. They're looking like it's great though, because they're free, so it's kind of what we need, as much help as we can get. And they're also parting with a coffee machine, so it's like a proper bean one. So we'll have to work out how to use this. Apparently it weighs a ton, so we might have some issues moving it. Does hot chocolate? Oh, it smells nice. Ooh. Apparently it smells nice as well. And then they've also given us a bunch of supplies for the coffee machine as well, which is just great. It's like really, really helpful stuff, since we haven't had a coffee machine since the start of the year, so woo! So just an update with the CCTV. A random time of day these turn on, and we don't know why, but I guess we'll work it out at some point. They turn off in the mornings. They must be on some sort of timer or something.
Is that to do with the lights?
The lights? The light levels. It's not to do with the light levels. I think it's on a timer.
No. Why do sometimes the lights come on and sometimes they don't?
I think it's a timer.
Oh, is that what you
Yes, that's something.
I thought you meant just that the cameras in general turn themselves on randomly.
No, the lights.
The lights on the cameras.
The
right?
lights, Kim.
Lights.
Okay.
There are 4 lights.
Okay, so I'm cracking on with the VFX stuff for the Voxels world as I've managed to finish off all the materials fairly quickly. And you can see here I'm working on a few. I think I've done, how many have I done now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've done about, I just miscounted there. I've done 7 so far. I'm working on the 7th as we speak. As you can see here, one of my favourite ones, one of the new ones I've done is sort of like some flies. And Rob suggests that having some flies fire on the animals would be quite cool, like the elephant and things like that. So yeah, I thought I'd get to work on this. It wasn't really a hard thing to do. We're essentially just making a noise modifier on the random particles. Rob said just obviously keep them as dots, as you probably won't be able to see them. But I did include, you can probably see if I pause it. Let's have a look here. Yeah, there is some little bug sprites in there, very subtle. But obviously, ones have wings up, ones have wings down, and they will shuffle between. So it looks like the wings are flapping up and down. Are you going to see this? Probably not. But if people ever go looking, then you'll be able to see them flying around. But as for now, I'm currently working on some more bugs. So I've got a sprite sheet here that I've just drawn up of some random bugs. Try to keep them looking a bit more friendly. I try to avoid any spider-looking creatures. So these are more beetle-esque, which are probably, I suppose, the most friendliest looking bug, I would say. Spiders, sorry. Quite mean. Jumping spiders are an exception, but apart the rest of them looking quite mean. So yeah, what I need to do now is I need to go in and sort of add them to the floor here. So Rob had the idea of sort of making some bugs crawl on the floor. And I think I've started. Let's have a look real quick. Yeah, so we've got a bit of a noise modifier going here, so they'll slowly start spawning now. And they'll just move around and then slowly fade out. And I think what I'll do is I'll keep this box in a sort of flat sort of plane here so that the bugs don't go up and down. I think that should work quite well. So again, I'm not entirely sure if you're going to be able to see these alphas or not, these bugs that I've drawn up, but again, if anyone goes looking, you'll be able to see them.
Alright, so I have set up one of the sort of like the shelving units that we've got, and I brought in a bunch of things that I've been 3D printing at home. This is all stuff that we're going to try and sell. Obviously, we kind of want more, like a bit more fun and interesting things, but while I've got the 3D printer working on some stuff, it's really nice to just print off a bunch of these fidget toys just to, well, it's just to put something on the shelves, really. We know that we can make money off them and we can sell them really cheap, so hopefully we'll get a couple of impulse buys. These things are great. It's just a matter of finding all of the, like, sort of like the files, the print files that we can actually use and sell, because a lot of the files that people make have rights, obviously, so we have to make sure that the rights are appropriate so that we can sell them. Yeah, very cool. I love these things. It's like cool stuff. I think Lee was suggesting that we need to get some baskets or something like that, because I've got a plate to put some of the dice. But yeah, we need some baskets or something. These things spin. Yeah, so it's just something I've been printing off the past 3 months or so. Obviously, there's a lot more that we can do, and I've got some stuff like almost like kit cards that I've been working on as well. But hopefully, these things are going to be our big sellers. And yeah, in other news, we managed to get the coffee machine working. I think we broke the. It's in the back with. There's 2 cables. I think we accidentally broke one of the cables. I think it's probably just a fuse problem, but I swapped out the cable and it seems to be working now. And yeah, I guess like we'll just try it. I think it's got stuff in. So it's got like a coffee compartment, hot chocolate compartment, and then I think this is just full of oat milk. Well, it's not very full, is it? But yeah, we'll give it a go and see what it's like. Oh, that's a noise, isn't it? There you go, Jack. 1 hot chocolate for you. Ooh.
Thank you very much. Shall I try it?
Test.
It's good.
So I spent a day catching up with more of the Loop levels. So I've gone ahead and made this monsoon level, which I was putting off for quite a while. I did trim it down because the level was getting quite large. And I've gone ahead and made 3 more levels down here for summer, winter and spring. And yeah, I'm just trying to, I've counted how many is left, including this harvest season. I think there's enough for 1 more of each season, plus maybe some more. So I'm going to try and do potentially 3 of each season, unless I can get some more ideas. So maybe a small, medium and large of spring, autumn, winter, summer. But yeah, more than halfway now, so making good progress.
Yeah, sadly not much to show for me today, but I've been working on Wooloop on Switch, mainly just because we're waiting for some things from Microsoft to be working on Xbox for Hexseed. So Wooloop on Switch, I've been getting there. It deploys now and there's no compile errors, which is really good, but it immediately crashes. So fingers crossed, it shouldn't be too much of an issue to actually get the game running, but yeah, it's nice to actually make a decent start on it and actually like start preparing all the Nintendo stuff for it, all the back end and things like that.
Okay, so now that the Zoo DLC has been wrapped up, I'm jumping over to the XL pack for Coloring Pixels, which is going to be comic book themed. And also with the last comic book DLC, some people really didn't like the sort of art style with it being sort of like a manga black and white aesthetic. So this one, I'm trying to do a completely different style altogether. However, I'm trying to keep it a little bit similar to the old style, just so like you can read them back to back consistently without the art style completely changing. So you can see here that sort of the line work is fairly similar, but there's actual colour now, and the shading has been updated quite a lot to make it look substantially different. And yeah, really enjoying it, and it's quite fun, adding a lot of colour to it and sort of like reimagining the characters in the sort of coloured form. But yeah, it's coming on pretty nicely. I think I'm up to image number 5 now, working through them. I'll show a few off there. That's probably my favourite one, the close-up. And then as for this one I'm currently working on. Still quite a ways off, but hopefully I'll be finished by the end of the day. I just need to go in and add a lot more shading and add a lot more sort of depth to the scene as well. So hopefully it won't take too long. Lee, Rob!
Hello.
It's Friday. All done.
Lost track of time this week, but today is Friday. We have the 1980s DLC coming out today, so that'll be last week for you guys. Make sure you check that out. And then we have the Zoo DLC for Coloring Voxels. That'll be coming out as of this video, so head up the store page. That'll be coming out in a couple of hours' time, so check that out as well. And then we have the Season DLC for Wooloo. That'll be next month, along with some other stuff, which will be coming up in the next videos.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks to all people who will have tuned into today's stream. All hundreds of you. Hundreds of people watch the stream, right, Jack?
100%.
And yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, enjoy all the stuff.